Hey, high vibration, let me ask you this. Where do you live? High vibrations like Brian, I live everywhere. I am all around. I'm just waiting for people to hear the sound of me coming through them. Whoa, 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 what? Raising our vibrations, why not do that? It's always a fun thing to do when we can just boom, 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 become that double-lighted lighthouse. Look at it shining in both directions. That means that in the past and in the future and in the very present heart-filled light moment of this now, we're able to shine and vibe high and be excited in a calm way about the fact that the light of God, source, universe is running through us. Whoa, 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 what? Wow. And you know that when we are riding the wave of that emotional light, that our words are supercharged. They are super creative in our world. And we want to have that going on because we want to have those manifestations coming back towards us that are imbued with that white light of yeah, 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 boom. Now look, we know that our words are creative in our life. Yeah. We know that our words are carrying information out into the universe and that they are the building blocks or the boxes of what the light can then vibrate as and come back in as personal experiences. So, vibing high is definitely going to be something that's going to elevate your mood. Ooh, it's going to increase your vitality. It's going to focus your third eye. It's going to keep you in that safe and protected space. When the world seems to be a little boom, 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 ouchy. When people are a little bit of like, oh, I don't really like you. Blah. When all that happens, you're going to be able to be in that zone of that, oh, well, you know, hey, I don't really care because I can tell that life is light and I can tell that my life is going to be okay regardless of the ups and downs, the bittersweetnesses of what happens throughout the day. So this little live show, we're just seeing who's going to come in here, seeing if there's any comments that are going to work. Are there going to ever be any comments in my live shows anymore, Spirit? Spirit's like, Brian, do you see any right now? I'm like, no. Spirit's like, ha ha. I'm like, yeah, well, that sucks. I'd like to see some comments. So let's see if we can figure that part of this out. Why am I not getting comments in my live shows? Should I make that bring my vibration down? Yeah, I don't have any comments. I don't know how to do this. Well, we're not going to worry too much about that. We're going to embrace the experience as part of the variety of Facebook life and see what we can do to maybe solve that issue. So what I'm going to do is a couple of things. First of all, I'm going to ask if there's anybody here to go ahead and comment, and that would be helpful. Now know that if you are commenting and I'm just not seeing it, it means that it just isn't seen by me and that it could actually be there. What am I learning is that my intuition's telling me, Brian, you're going to have to switch from your phone to a laptop or a tablet of a different nature. The phone times of live is going away. That's what it feels like for me. And okay, so be it. But whatever, I'm not going to worry too much about that because anybody that wants to watch this can watch it on the replay and they can get the information that the live show is designed to deliver. Because when we have information, then we can take that information for our highest good and make use of it in our personal world, whether it be in our relationships, in our finances, in our vocation, our work, whether it be in our personal development or whatever. We want to be able to use the information and apply it. So this is just about vibrating higher. Whoa! And I'm just sharing with you because I am vibrating high. And why is that? Because I made a decision that I wanted to, first of all. Because I also decided that it's possible to vibrate higher. Ooh, those are two key ingredients. We want to decide to do something, and that sets the stage for it to become possible. Become possible. So, when you feel that change in you, you know the difference between, I'm vibrating low, oh, I feel like the weight of the world is so heavy, I can't do it. You know what that's like. That doesn't feel like a high vibration. Or like if we're watching the news and the news is all like, oh my God, I'm afraid. Everything looks like it's falling apart and I can't go on. Those types of like low vibration. Then we want to vibrate higher. We want to be up, up and away. So if you are here, look, go ahead and leave me a comment. I really don't know if the comments are going to come through. Just sit back and kick back. Try to throw a comment out there or ask a question about any of this. Otherwise, I'm just going to deliver some information about vibrating high and use the parts that you can, and the rest let it just go flying by like little birds or little angels that are swirling around your imagination space of your here and now. So the first thing we want to say is if we want to vibrate high, there's a few simple practices that we can do that you can put into place to vibrate higher. Now, remember, this isn't like a war of like low vibration versus high vibration. Nah, it's not like that at all. It's more of an expression. It's more of a flow. It's more of a, well, hello there, high vibration. How are you? How are you doing today? And high vibration's like, I'm doing fine, Brian. Like, why are you mentioning my name so much? I'm like, because I love you, high vibration, and I want to talk about you and with you in front of these people who are showing up in this live show or who are showing up at the replay. So this is like the first thing that we can do is we can be open-mindedly playful with the people and the things around us or in us. Look how I am being playful with the idea of vibrating high. Hey, high vibration, let me ask you this. Where do you live? High vibration is like, Brian, I live everywhere. I am all around. I'm just waiting for people to hear the sound of me coming through them. And that playfulness, that interactivity with these types of ideas is one of the ways that we can vibrate high, by being playful with inanimate objects. Hello, pen. What are you doing today? The pen's like, I'm not doing nothing, Brian, because I've just got no arms and I got no legs and I got no spirit inside of me. And I'm like, okay, pen, well, what would you like to do if I was to lend you my spirit, my life, my vibration, my, oh, wow. And the pen's like, I'd like to write. And I'm like, well, that's appropriate because that's something that you were born to do, pen. I bet you could write a whole bunch of different things. Pen's like, you know I can. I could take every letter of the alphabet, rearrange them in different ways, make words, spells. I can spell things. I can cast spells. I am a magic wand. That's what the pen is saying. I'm a magical wand. I'm a word speller. I am a casting of a spell. When I just write down anything right here on this page, I can even draw a picture. Oh my gosh, how wonderful it is that the pen gets to be so mighty, and create symbols, images, and even words that can raise our vibration. Love. And in this case, when we say love and light, when we say love, we want to consider it not as the feeling so much as the word of God, Source, Universe, that can be written through us, written right up to any possibility that we can imagine. So, we want to be playful with our environment like I'm demonstrating. Let it come alive. Lend it your light. If you lend it your light, if you treat it like it's alive because you and it are one, you and it are in a relationship, then you're going to have a playful experience with it. And you're going to get to kind of like allow it to express itself to you. And with that open-mindedness, you'll just expand your mind. You'll expand and renew your experience. And as we are using words and images and playfulness to interact in our present, what's happening is new light is coming into the world through us, through our voice, through our imaginings, through our interactions, our communications, through our every little movement, our every little wink of an eye, blink of an eye, laugh and a sound, ho, 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 Santa, anything you can find, all of the memories of your past, all of the yeah, hey, all of the nonsensical day of this words of this live show. It's nothing, it's everything, it's who cares, it's go ahead and let yourself go. Let yourself know a flow. And that's where the vibration can really be felt, seen. You can feel it in your bones. You can feel it in your goosebumps, your spine vibes, your, oh my God, I'm alive. Oh my God, I'm light. And I love that I'm alive, Hello. Some people are saying hello. Aw. Hello, Heather Pickus. Nice to see you. She says, it's always lovely to see you, Brian. Thank you. What a nice thing to say. Hey, B. Thank you for calling me B. And we know when we call me B, we're talking about that spiritual part of me, that me of me, the bigger awareness, consciousness, spirit, soul that lives inside of Brian. Hello, Kayla Jenkins. Nice to see you. Hello, everyone that's here. I'm glad your comments are there. So we're just talking about raising our vibrations. We talked about being playful with our environment. We talked about having a little banter, a little bit of a communication with things that aren't alive. by giving them our light and our love, our words, our embodiment. So another thing we can do to raise our vibration is so easy. You can talk to a stranger, you can talk to a friend, you can talk to anyone around you, and you can just reflect back to them. Reflect back to them something wonderful that you see or hear or notice about them. Look at that sparkle in your eyes. Oh my gosh, what? So simple, so simple. Hey, that presentation you just gave, it had so many coincidences in it for me, so many synchronicities in it for me. I was like, my mind was blown because you were a conduit for that information. That's what I just said to someone when I was at a little church thing that I was led to this morning, and all the quotes in the session, in the presentation, they were all little things that I'd just been talking about, thinking about, working with recently in the last week. And I was marveling at this experience, and I told them that their presentation had an impact and made a difference for me. So when we do that, right, when we reflect back like little mirrors of white light of experiences that are esteemable, that are of high regard, and we reflect that back in our communications to others, that is going to be a flow of light that raises our vibration to such a degree that we're going to feel so strong, so empowered, so, oh my God, I feel like the sun in the sky times 20, times 50, times a million, times a billion, times you're special, times you're bright, times I'm amazed that there's even such a thing called light that would even bother to make its home inside of people like you and me and everybody. And we can look at others and we can look for the light in them and we can reflect it back with our words, with the personal ways that they have touched our life. And when we do that, our vibration will raise. Why? Because we are giving all of that new words and new light that is flowing through us. Things are happening through us, through our words, through our voice, through the emotional expressions of who we are in the moment. And when we give that light, we get more. It's like a river that flows. If you want to raise your vibrations, speak about high vibe type things that you can reflect back to others, and you'll see it all start to go aglow inside of them. It's beautiful. So we know to be playful. We know to reflect back good things towards other people that we spot in them. Sure, we're going to spot crappity craps. Sure, some of their behaviors are garbage to us. Oh, I don't like what you're doing. Forget about it for a moment. We're not drawing boundaries in this video. We're not trying to correct other people or let them know how their behaviors are affecting us, even though sometimes they affect us like garbage and we hate it. It stinks. But what we're doing right now is we're just focusing on, with our third eye, our single eye, our light being body. We're going to focus on the light that's in their life and we're going to reflect it back to them, and that will raise our vibration up. Another thing we want to do is be looking at our own stories that we're telling ourselves. If you want to raise your vibration, you want to be able to tell yourself stories that are esteemable, are admirable, right? Admirable. You want to be able to look at yourself and look and say, hey you, Brian, hey you old version of me, thank you. For what? For being who you've been every single day up to this moment in time, because you have made me who I am today. You've given me so many lessons. You show me what not to do and what to do. You had a lot of fear and you had a lot of courage. I commend you. Look at the stories we tell ourselves about ourselves. And you can do that the best when you know your spiritual awakened state of identity is real. Are you spiritually awake? Do you know you are beyond your physical, mental, and emotional self? Have you woken up spiritually for real, for real? Really? Does it feel like and know like you are a non-material being living inside of a material set of circumstances, of physical, mental, and emotional experiences? If you know that's who you really are 51% of the time, then you've got it. Really, you've got the riddle of life solved in so many ways, because now you can program yourself, you can talk to yourself, you can help yourself know that he or she is so bright, you did so good, yeah, you fell down there, yeah, you made a mistake, who cares? It was right, it was right. It was right enough to get you to who you are today. And it was that goodwill expression of trying to do our best that causes us to be okay, even when we fall short. If we know we are really trying to do our best, it's okay to fall a little short from the star in the sky when we reach towards it, when we look towards it. So be sure that you are looking at the wise and esteemable things that you can find in yourself as well as others. And talk to yourself like you were someone else. And give that person some accolades. All right. So we're on our way to raise our vibration. We're being playful. We're having conversations with inanimate objects. We are embodying and giving, imbuing light into them. We're reflecting back to other people around us, families, friends, strangers, people at the supermarket, people at the gas station, people anywhere that we are inspired to speak about something that we notice in them that is worthwhile. Because what we spot and speak about becomes mixed in with that emotional light, and it becomes creative in our own life. This is where those three monkeys, the three wise monkeys, come in. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Doesn't mean you can't ever talk about things that are evil or negative. You can do that. Don't worry about that. We're not saying that in this live show. We're just saying, hey, go ahead and speak about the high ideas that you can imagine, feel, and know, and reflect them to yourself and to others. Three wise monkeys could be your three little friends. Put them right there on your shoulder. Hi, little monkeys. What are you guys doing? We're just sitting here waiting for you to speak or see or hear something, Brian. Hear something that is amazing. You know what happened to me earlier today that was amazing, that raised my vibrations? I had a brand new experience. Ooh, whenever we have a new experience, there's new energy and new light that's flowing in us, and we can connect with that. Like, oh my God, I just had a new experience. That means I have more capacity of light that was added into my me, into my us, into my spirit and self combined. My us, my we, my angel, wings, my butterfly, my oh my God. This is such a high vibration experience if we're willing to connect and recognize it intellectually and emotionally combined. Those two wings, the two hands of the prayer, our intellect and our emotion. So what happened to me earlier today was I was at a service that they had a sound bowl. They were ringing it. It was vibrating. I was there. I was, oh my God, my head is empty like the sound bowl. I was, holy moly, I think I am a piece of some kind of fabricated bowl, like some kind of big piece of copper, some kind of like a tuning fork bowl type thing. My whole head and my ears were empty. And then it happened. I could hear the sound from the sound bowl inside my third eye space, and then it just projected out of my ears like my ears were really my mouths, and they were sharing such a lovely sound, and it was vibrating all through me. And it was then that I felt like I had my hands up by my ears like this, and I was like, oh my God, what is this experience I'm having? Because I was present for it as a spiritual awareness, but I was also lost in it as a self in the world of it. I was living in both worlds as one. And that is the best way to ride the wave of high vibe, is to be able to be both the high and low parts, or the in the world and outside of it selves that we are, being spiritually awake and feet on the ground at the same time. I experienced the vibrations of the sound of the sound bowl as if they were my head and coming out of my ears. And that was not to be missed. It was a new experience that I had, and I'm describing it and recounting it right now. So when we describe and recount experiences that are high vibration or renewing, then we get to go ahead and we get to amplify them, because they're in our memory. We amplify the memory of the high vibration experience, and we share it with other people, and then it expands, and we have even more capacity to have more vibration that's high, and we go wider, farther, breaking to the increase. So be playful, reflect back good to other people, the things you see in them. Use the three wise monkeys to see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil in general. Doesn't mean you got to be perfect at it. And just aim for the stars. If you hit the moon, that's fine. It's pretty high up there anyway. And we want to go ahead and let go and allow ourselves to have new experiences in the moment, and really drink rich and deep of them, so that we can feel the expansion of that vibration in us. And lastly, and you've seen it throughout this whole thing, if we're talking with inanimate objects, if we're imagining and feeling different things that are renewing to our minds, then we are really using that one great gift that we all had as children called imagination. The image nation. We want to use our imagination as adults, as spiritually awake beings, to be able to point it towards the anything is possibleness and the renewing that everything is. And when we do that, we're going to find that our vibration is going to automatically raise. And then new things are going to be revealed to us, which are going to bring even more light and more expansion. It just keeps going up higher like a spiral. So, if you're someone that's interested in spiritual living, if you want your vibrations to be high more and more of the time, if you want to do more with interacting with the world, telling your own future, telling the future of other people as well, suggesting to them the different options that are available in the limitlessness of everyone's future. If you want to be doing all that stuff, I am starting a group that is a month-long class. It has class in it, it has live show in it, it has topics like love, attraction, relationships, readings, all the goody good stuff. Spiritual support and empowerment services to raise your vibration and really live this thing. Not just dancing in and out, having someone else tell your future. There's nothing wrong with that. But let's get you into that spiritually awakened space. Let's make sure that you're strongly rooted in your spiritual identity. And let's get you vibrating higher and higher each day as you walk through the bittersweet world of your personal life. Bringing more and more of the quality of life that you want in your love relationships, in your work, in your personal development, in everything, in your manifestations. Because you deserve a life of abundance. And I'm someone that helps people know how to live in a spiritual way, not the only way, but in a spiritual way that can help them to improve the quality of their life so it matches their heart's desires. Anyhow, come and find me. Go ahead and be a part of that group. Check out the post. It's $33 for that. It's a month long. It's going to have giveaways and stuff like that too. It's just worth it. Get yourself involved in a spiritual support system, one that you make a little bit of an investment in. Dive into it. Take responsibility for it. Do a little more than you've done before. Allow the thing to open up and blossom like the bloom that you really are. The bloom that you really are. And you're going to be different from the experience. You're going to be different because it hasn't happened to you yet. So come on and enter into it. It's going to be a smaller group of people. Are you going to be one of them? Check out my post, rewatch this video, see what you think. Check out some other things, links that are related to me, and you'll find out if it's something that you want to be a part of. Take care, have fun. I'll see you again. Goodbye.